It's late at night. You think you're safe. You turn the lights out, and then you hear a scream and shout. No one's home. You're alone. Lay back down, pull up your sheets. Your knees start to feel weak. You can feel your heartbeat. Is your door closed? You feel your feet exposed. Now you're in a state. It's much, much too late. You can't escape this deadly fate. Warning, the following podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Welcome back, our wicked fiends, to Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters, your paranormal, true crime, and everything creepy podcast. So today I'm your host, and it's just myself, Ghouli Gonzo. Jojo and Poopy Ghoul are home. They got some sad news about our little buddy Simba, their first kitten. He is not doing very well, diagnosed with stomach cancer. So they are home spending some time with him. And it's just me. So my voice sounds weird, in case you guys didn't know. I mean, it's obvious, right? It seems really quiet here. Very quiet here. I almost feel weird because usually Gabagoo's here or Jojo or Poo Poo or whatever. But I didn't want to skip a week because I know some of y'all want to hear some shit. So I'm going to give you some shit. Today, I'm not drinking alcohol. I actually am recording on a Friday. And I had fallen down the stairs this morning. Now, let me explain something. My stairs are like 12 steps. It's my back staircase. And of course, my dog, which you guys have all heard, with his Ric Flair bark, I put his leash on and at the top of the stairs. Woohoo, yeah, I know, smart. Not. So when I put it on, I had the leash, dropped it. He took off down the stairs. It kind of grabbed at my heel and it literally pulled me down the stairs. So I busted my ass. I busted my leg. The back of my leg is all ripped open and bruised. My knee hurts midday today. My back hurt the back of my head. So I obviously didn't realize how bad it was. I mean, going down from like the second step from the top all the way down pretty hard in a wooden staircase, closed kind of in. It was fucking bad. But anyways, so I worked my day shift and I decided to take the night shift off or the afternoon specials or services that I have because my knee fucking hurts. But anyways, that's what happened to me. And I'm not drinking alcohol right now because I want to save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tina Ghoul, my BFF, and Leslie Ghoul, my other BFF, and Gabagoo, my other BFF. Yes, I know. Best friends forever, BFFs, blah. Yeah, I don't give a shit if I say that. I know it's dorky to some people, but I love those motherfuckers. Anyways, Tina Ghoul's having a barbecue, and I want to be able to bring some cocktails over there. So I don't want to like drink right now and not feel great. Wake up and then I have to go drink again. I used to be able to do that, but as of right now, I'm just chillaxing in the house, talking to a couple buddies on my phone, and now I'm recording for you. You guys, what do we call you? Creepsters? Creepsters. So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually drinking. If you want to write this down, it's pretty interesting. A drink to help detox me or myself. I don't know how to say it. Um, it is dandelion root tea packets. I did 2 of them for about a gallon of water. I put that in the gallon. I put, let's see, strawberries, lemon, and cucumber all into that. And I let it sit for a night. And then I took out the tea bags. Tea bags. I can't. I can't. Nobody's here to laugh with me. Oh, I know. Oh my God. I'm such a fucking dork. Oh my Lord. So, anyways, it tastes really freaking good and it will help you shit yourself. I mean, it cleans you out. So, it'll clean you out and it'll help with your belly. It'll help with a lot of things. Dandelion is good for you. So, if you want to look more into that, go ahead. But that's what I have right now and that's what I'm drinking. I wish I had a normal voice right now instead of this, I don't know, kind of want to be sexy voice. I'm not sick, you guys. It's just the fucking allergies ever since I moved back from Florida. Florida, I loved Florida, but I love New York now. So being here and having the spring and everything, right? That's beautiful. I got my canopy up. I got my outside, I said patio furniture put together, my outdoor rug in my canopy. I'm just, I'm loving it. It's just beautiful. Hopefully, I'll be able to hang out with my buddy A Ghoul, who I just started talking to, and catching up and getting outside and doing lots of outside stuff. He loves that kind of stuff. But anyways, I today am going to talk about Jordan Holgerson and Taylor Smith. Now, some people might know the story. It's kind of fucked up, and it's fucked up. Somebody was injured. Thank God they did not die, but somebody was injured. So, August 7th, 2018, Holgerson, Jordan, and others were recorded standing on the edge of a 60-foot tall bridge. This bridge was over the Lewis River at Moulton Falls in the regional park in Clark County, Washington. So the bridge, it had several sign warnings, like signs against jumping off the bridge. Like, don't fucking do it. Like, listen, I'm all for free spirited, do what you want, like go and freaking jump off rocks. And I love all that shit. But if there are signs, you guys, on certain things, try to follow that because there's a reason. It's obviously not going to be safe. So, yeah, there were several signs warning against jumping off of that. It was extremely ignored. It was very commonly ignored. Bystanders were heard counting down as Holgerson hesitated. Now, here comes Taylor Smith. Taylor Smith was then seen shoving Holgerson off the bridge, causing her to fall and land faced. Oh my God. Oh, JoJo would pee her pants right now. Land face first in the river. First responders found Holgerson out of the water when they arrived. She was alert and conscious while taken to the hospital by ambulance. Holgerson suffered 5 cracked ribs, a bruised esophagus, and an injured trachea, and pneumothorax. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it doesn't sound great. So, okay, now what you guys might not know is they were really good friends, Taylor and Jordan. Okay, and the bridge was 60-foot bridge. Okay, pretty insane. So obviously, Taylor Smith, who was 19, obviously got in trouble for that. She was sentenced to 2 days in jail for pushing her younger friend off of that 60-foot bridge. She was also ordered to spend 38 days on a work crew, pleading guilty, earlier that month, to reckless endangerment for shoving Jordan, who was 17, off of that bridge in the Moulton Falls Regional Park. And the video was 10 seconds, and it was a video clip that you can watch or you can look online on NBCnews.com. And it captured it on the cell phone, and it went freaking viral. So Smith was to pay a $300 fine and have no contact with Holgerson for 2 years. So Holgerson, like I said, suffered 6 broken ribs, punctured lungs, all the things that I had said. The Clark County District Court Judge, Darvin Zimmerman, noted that the severity of Holgerson's injuries before delivering Smith's sentence was, "I think you need to do some jail time," is what he had stated. Before sentencing Smith, the judge heard from Holgerson herself, her mother as well. Holgerson was so emotional that she had, a victim's advocate read her statement because it was too much for her. And I get it. Can you imagine how scary to have your fucking friend push you off of a fucking 60-foot bridge? Sorry, F-bombing it like crazy. I'm a little feisty today, so let me take a sip of this shit. So this is her statement, okay? Stick with me. This nightmare started for me when I was falling through the air, and I was really terrified. When I was being pulled from the water, I thought, I'm gonna die because I couldn't breathe at all. And I was watching my body change color by the second. That's terrifying, and that's scared for her to have gone through that and know her friend did it. It's crazy because, let me be honest here. We're all wise asses when we're teenagers. We're all punks. I mean, maybe some of y'all weren't, but listen, teenage girls, guys, whatever. I'm going to talk for girls, okay? I was a teenage girl. You're a wise ass. So like you're all out hanging out, someone's going to jump off of a bridge or whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And the friend wants to push you because you're too scared. So according to notes and things that I have read, um, Smith thought she was doing Holgerson a favor because she thought she wanted to jump. And she thought by pushing her, she got to help her do what she wanted, but she was too scared to do it. But Holgerson did not want to. She changed her mind, but she was still fucking pushed. So, okay, now, Holgerson's mother, Janelle, told the judge she believed that Smith acted intentionally and should serve as many days in jail as her daughter spent in the hospital after this specific incident. That was a total of 3 days. So, after Taylor pushed her, and I believe this is a mother still, she did not rush down to see if Jordan was even okay. She left the freaking scene. That's crazy. So you push her, she dropped 60 fucking feet. Got an F-bomb. Apologies. It is a warning. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Adult podcast. But she didn't go down and check her friend. That's one of her best friends. So, Holgerson's mother keeps speaking. She did not show up at the hospital to even remotely check on Jordan. She did not stop by their home to see if she was all right or in any way act like a friend to her. So, I think that makes Smith an asshole. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. You fucking pushed your friend, dude. She could have died. I mean, she was really badly injured. Smith originally pleaded not guilty in September of that year, but changed her plea after being offered a deal by the prosecutors, who had recommended that she receive no jail time. Instead, they suggested that she serve 60 days of home confinement, 30 days of service with a work crew, and 30 days of community service. Smith apologized to Jordan in court and said she had grown as a person and learned to think before she acts, just like she did on that day. She says, I'd like to sincerely apologize to Jordan Holgerson, her family, and her friends for the pain and the humiliation I've caused by my mindless actions that occurred last summer. Smith said, tearfully, although it may have seemed like my intent was to harm her, and like I may have moved on without putting any punishment on myself, this is false. Jordan has passed through my thoughts repetitively since the incident happened. Smith was then led away in handcuffs following the sentence. So, Jordan she survived, thank God. And it's a lesson learned, dude. Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid shit. Don't. Don't push your fucking friends off fucking bridges that are fucking huge. F bomb. I'm gonna try to edit some of those out. I'm in a fucking mood. See, there it is again. Anyways. So that was the first part. Some of the next part is gonna be warning, sad, fucked up. It's horrible. So this next part, all right, is about Skylar and not Neese. Okay. February 10th, 1996 was when she was born. Okay. She was an American teenage girl who disappeared from her home in Star City, West Virginia around midnight on July 6th, 2012. Okay. So on July 5th, 2012, Neese returned to her family Star City, West Virginia apartment after working a shift at Wendy's. Her apartment complex surveillance video did show Neese left the apartment via her bedroom, and it was about 12:30 a.m. So she went out her window, in case I didn't specify that. And this was on July 6th. She got into a sedan with Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy. Neese's father said she did not take her cell phone charger. Her window was left open, and she had planned on coming home. So, this is where it gets a little bit crazy. Neese was initially considered by law enforcement authorities to be a runaway, okay? So an Amber Alert was not issued because they considered her to be a runaway. An early tip indicated that Neese had been seen in North Carolina, but the Star City Police Department determined that that person was not Neese. So her parents posted flyers about their missing daughter all through Monongalia County region. Police determined that the unknown sedan in which Neese was last seen belonged to Eddy, okay, Sheila Eddy, and interviewed her. So Sheila admitted to picking up Neese, but stated that she had dropped her off just an hour later. So the FBI and the West Virginia State Police joined the search to try to find Neese. Schoaf, if you guys don't remember, Rachel, admitted plotting with Eddy to kill Neese. The motivation that Schoaf gave for the murder was they just did not like her and didn't want to be friends with her anymore. So David Neese, the father of Skylar, David freaking Neese stated that these two girls were among his daughter's very best friends. And that Eddy had even helped the family by distributing missing persons flyers. So after her confession, Schoaf led the investigators to Neese's body. On March 13, 2013, U.S. Attorney William J. Hillenfeld II issued a press release stating that a body was found just over the nearby state line, and that was on January 16th, 2013. It had been identified as the body of Skylar Neese. Skylar's body was found less than 30 miles away from her home. So just so everybody is well aware, Skylar Neese was best friends with Sheila Eddy since they were 8. So Dave said she was like a part of their family. She really was. He said, I mean, just like one of our own kids. So while they entered their freshman year in high school in September 2010, Eddy met Rachel Schoaf. And then Schoaf also soon became friends with Skylar. So before long, the three teenagers began to argue about things among themselves. And it's really sad because for her friend, you know what I'm saying? For freaking Skylar's BFF since being 8 years old, Eddy, Sheila Eddy was her best friend and she went against her. That same day after Skylar Neese missed work for the first time, her parents obviously called the police, reported her missing, all that stuff. So later that day, Eddie called Skylar Neese's parents to tell them what had happened the night before. So she proceeded to tell them that her, Skylar, and Rachel had snuck out the night before and that they had driven around Star City. They were getting high and that the two girls had dropped her back off at home. So Mary Neese, the mother, told 2020 the story was that they had dropped her off at the end of the road because she didn't want to wake us up sneaking back in. So Eddie said that Rachel Schoaf had picked up Skylar around 11 and dropped her back off before midnight, which is crazy because there's video, okay? At 12:35, there's the grainy video of Skylar sneaking out of her room and slipping into a car. So she didn't even sneak out until 12:35. You know what I'm saying? And her poor father said, I was scared to death. I mean, I didn't know where my baby was. It was horrible. It's terrifying and sad that this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. After viewing all the surveillance, okay, blah blah. So Dave and Mary Neese, classmates and even strangers, pressured Eddie and Schoaf to tell the truth, right? And we already talked about that they found her body and everything. So they asked, why did you kill Skylar, really? Why? And her only answer was that they didn't like her. Can you guys believe that? I know I said it already, but come on. Rachel Schoaf turned herself into authorities at the Monongalia County Circuit Court on May 1st, 2013. That is a tongue twister, you guys. Tongue twister. So Schoaf now she was 18 and was transferred to the criminal court in closed hearing and was charged as an adult. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and is incarcerated at the Northern Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Wheeling, West Virginia. So she faces 30 years in prison and will soon be transferred to adult prison. On May 1st, Sheila Eddy, now 18, was arrested in a restaurant parking lot. She was charged as an adult, pleaded guilty, and was sentenced as an adult to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 15 years. Okay. Shocking tweets from Skylar Neese's killer after she stabbed her to death. She was 16, Skylar, when she snuck out, right? So let me go down. I want to find these. Okay. So Sheila, July 7th, 2012, okay, writes, happy birthday. And it's too young. It was, you can look up this stuff. I'm not going to give like names and things like that. So then she tweets a picture that describes their friendship. Like she's not even phased that. And then November 5th, 2012, she writes, no one on this earth can handle me. And Rachel, if you think you can, you're wrong. Okay. Then on January 3rd, 2013, she confessed to stabbing Neese to death with Eddie and told authorities where they had left her body. So she admitted to stabbing her, right? Eddie kept up appearances that everything was normal, tweeting about watching her favorite TV show. So Sheila, Eddie's, writes, staying home on Tuesday is the best because Law and Order SVU is on all day. This is January 8th, 2013. They knew that their best friend was murdered July 6th, 2012. In the morning of March 13th, the U.S. Attorney official publicly announced that the human remains were in that wooded area in Brave, Pennsylvania, was Skylar. I know, I already said it. So Eddie was still keeping up appearances, pretending to be devastated over the news that her friend had been found dead, tweeting, rest easy, Skylar. You'll always be my best friend. I miss you more than you could ever know. With pictures of her and Skylar together. You guys. Excuse me. This little bitch. And then she writes, this is the worst day of my whole life. March 13, 2013. During her confession in January 2013, Schoaf had told authorities that she and Eddie had planned this. while they were in science class together. The plan was to pick Neese up from her house at night and drive to a remote area to smoke marijuana together. Once they were in the woods, Shof said the plan was to count to 3, then stab Neese to death. And that's weird because I feel like that kind of takes me back to the Slender Man stabbings. I think I remember when they did that, one of them said, I think, they wanted to count to 3 and then yell "Kitty go ballistic" or something. If you haven't listened to that, that's the Slender Man episode. Go back and check that out. That's a horrendous one as well. On March 30th, 2013, about a month before she was arrested for Neese's murder, Eddie tweeted, "We really did go on 3." Are you kidding? She tweeted, "We really did go on 3." They're talking about how they were counting and going to kill her on 3. Like, you tweeted this, you stupid little girl. So, the following day, she tweeted, "They said you remember the past better than it really was." So, this group of girls, they're absolutely disgusting human beings. This is my opinion, and we're all able to have our own. And I think these girls are rotten pieces of shit. So, Shove pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. And according to the court transcript, Shove, they explained all that shit that I said. The murder plot, whatever. It's just so disgusting. So, following her guilty plea on May 1st, on February 26th, Shof received a sentence of 30 years in prison with eligibility for parole after 10. On May 9th, 2023, Shof's bid for parole was denied. Eddie originally was held in a facility for juveniles after her arrest. Like I said, as of September 2023, Eddie, born September 28, 1995, age 28, remains in custody at the Lakin Correctional Center, adjacent to the Ohio River, West Virginia's western border with Ohio. As of September 2023, Shof, born June 10, 1996, now age 27, also remains in custody at LCL, Lakin Correctional Center. An Amber Alert was not issued in Skylar Neese's disappearance because the circumstances did not meet all 4 criteria for an alert to be issued. So 1, a child is believed to be abducted. 2, the child is under 18. 3, the child may be in danger of death or serious injury. 4, there is sufficient information to indicate the Amber Alert would be helpful, and a waiting period of 48 hours had to elapse before a teenager could be considered missing. So, because of that, an Amber Alert was not issued. A West Virginia state legislator from Neese's family, in their home district, so they wanted to introduce a bill. This is called, and you guys might have heard of it before, this is called the Skylar's Law, to modify West Virginia's Amber Alert plan to issue immediate public announcements when any child reported missing and in danger, regardless of whether the child is believed to have been kidnapped. Opinion columns appeared in both West Virginia and national media in support of this law, Skylar's Law, some of which also acknowledged criticism and drawbacks of legislation. So on March 27, 2013, the West Virginia House of Delegates approved Skylar's Law with a 98-0 vote. 98-0 vote. I think that's pretty great. I think this was absolutely needed. This is very sad that this wasn't, something that could have happened prior. So, on April 12th, 2013, the West Virginia Senate unanimously passed the law, but made minor technical changes to the bill, which the House of Delegates voted to accept on that same day. West Virginia Governor Earl Ray Tomblin signed the legislation into law in May 2013. So, I think that's pretty awesome. I'm glad that was, something that was able to have happened. The whole situation in general is disgusting. I can't believe that people out there, hold on, I'm leaning back. Y'all probably can't hear me. I think it's disgusting that people do this stuff. Friends do these things. I mean, friends do these things, you guys. Mm-mm. I'm just drinking it again. Yeah, so let's see. Here's some more sources. ABC News headlines, shocking tweets from Skylar Neese. Obviously some wiki. Oh, my foot itches so bad. Oh my god, it itches, you guys. My foot. Um, let's see. I said wiki. There's just so freaking many things that you can look up. Oxygen.com, everything to know about the murder of Skylar, the killers today, all that's interesting. I mean, it's just so messed up. It really is just so messed up that this, was something that had happened to her, her best friend, and then her other new best friend. It's crazy. Anyways, some other sources, especially for Taylor Smith and Jordan Holgerson with the bridge, everybodywiki.com. Oh, excuse me. Oh my lord. There's so many. You can look up a ton. You can look up a ton. I mean, you can even go on Reddit and people discuss a lot of this stuff. I just feel like JoJo is going to be upset that, she didn't really get to hear much about this stuff in person. She's just going to listen like the rest of y'all. That's just how it's going to be, JoJo. You ain't here cuz we're praying for little Simba, right? Lord God, please put your hands on Simba and help him not feel any pain. And when he does pass, that it is in his sleep and it is peaceful. And I pray for the comfort for my sister and Poo Poo Ghoul and myself because I love him. He's been in our life for years. They rescued him. Jojo and Poopy rescue a lot of their pets. So they have Simba. He's got one eye. They found him on the side of the road as a little tiny kitten. And someone had thrown him out of their car, whatever. And he lost his eye because of it, but he survived. It's just sad. He started getting skinny, so they brought him in. We knew something was up. And then they had Nala, who had already passed. She was a rescue as well. And then now they have Drake, who's he's doing good. Orange and white cat, precious little thing. And then of course you guys all know Miss Rippler. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's Ripley, but I call her Ripper, Ripley. I mean all of these names. She's my soulmate. She's my, what is it called? Spirit animal. She's a part of my soul for some reason. I went through a lot of stuff summer of 2022, and that is when Miss Ripley was born. And I was very depressed. I was going through a lot, realizing an ending of a relationship and, things like that. Or it's hard, you go through things. You go through things in life. And, ending of relationships that you've been in for over a decade is very hard to deal with. And I came home to spend time with the family, and Ripley was born. And then they decided to take her in. And there's just this love I have for this precious little girl. She's got one ear, one ear. A lot of her siblings passed away, and her mother passed away. So they rescued her. They rescued little Daisy. Daisy is also pretty old. I think she's like 8, but she's a little dachshund as well. People say dash hound. Listen, it's a dachshund. I don't know. People might get mad at me, but guess what? You guys know I don't care. We can fucking fight about it. I don't care. It's funny. But anyway, 2 dachshunds they have, and Miss Daisy has a little hunchback. She's got like little pigeon toes. She's a tiny little thing, precious little girl. I love her. So they love their pets, and Simba's suffering right now a little bit, but he's not in pain. He's just, they made their bed downstairs. They're all staying downstairs. So they're having a little sleepover, watching movies, giving him all the attention. So that is why they're not here. And I just send out positive vibes and energy and godly light their way to help everything, go smoothly. After this, I think I'm gonna watch Ghost Adventures. Yeah. I'm gonna watch Ghost Adventures. Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, that's Exorcist. So I'm gonna watch that. And I guess there's a new season out, my mom said, called House Calls. So I'm just gonna watch some of that. I'm gonna lay down and rest my leg that's beaten the fuck up from falling down a whole flight of fucking stairs this morning. My uncle Seagull is going to come Monday and help me with the new program that I have to start to use for, the podcast because it starts June 1st. So the goal is to start doing that with video, you guys. And I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Anyway, I'm gonna, start doing that. And PS y'all check it out. We're on YouTube, but we don't have video. They just have our Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters background, logo type thing as the, like the video of it. But you can listen to our podcast now on YouTube. All of our episodes are there, 52, I believe. And like I said, hopefully in June we can start doing video. I don't know how great the video is going to be right away because I'm just going to use my computer. But so, I mean, it looked pretty good at first. So my Uncle C will get me situated with all that shit on Monday. But anyways, you guys, I'm sorry it's my own annoying ass. I'm always all over the map. Thank God I'm not drunk or anything else. I'd I'd mispronounce every fucking word. Just like, you guys ready? Barbarity. I'm laughing at myself. Barbarity. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, urban legend episode, that's barbarity. But you guys, I'm not an idiot. I just get too drunk and excited, and I said pavilion last episode as well. That's because when we went to Myrtle Beach, it was the pavilion, but I was in Spanish and all that stuff and doing a lot that year. And I was like, oh, look, mom and dad, there's the pavilion. Now it's the fucking villion. So I just like to pronounce words with an accent or like if I spoke another language because I'm a dork. So, anyways, I'm a dork. Today, I'm done. I'm done. I'm glad I gave you guys some shit. I didn't want to skip a week. I love y'all. We love you guys. We had so much fun last episode. Papa Ghoul loves you guys. He just can't believe that people enjoy the comedy side of our podcast. And you know what's crazy is, oh my God, I'm like hiccuping or something. What's crazy is we are funny. we are funny. We're dumb sometimes, but it's just fun. And I like that we can turn paranormal, true crime into a good time and, and kind of be lighthearted and make you guys laugh and be real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I like that a lot of people like our banter as well. As the notes and the stuff that I was doing, like, doing my notes for each episode. So my dad gets a kick out of that. He loves it. He said at the end of the episode, geez, honey, I don't think I was very funny this episode. And I just laughed at him. I said, Dad, you're always fucking funny. I'm like, you and all of your poems and I'm going to end with and be nice to y'all. And I speak true words. And my dad's a Viking, if y'all didn't get that. But, and again, some people might not know this. My dad is the ending of our episode. The guy that's singing, that's my dad's band when he was in the band. And the break song is also Papa Ghoul. He was messing around. So it's not his, he sings beautiful and that's how he does it. He was just fucking around. But he wants to record another one, you guys. So we'll see what he's going to come up with for another break song. So with that, okay, we are on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Radio Public. We are now on YouTube. You can find us there on YouTube. I'm trying to get on Wondery. There was something else I thought we were on. I can't remember off the top of my head, but check it out. We are on Facebook group, Sinister Ghoul / Twisted Sister. Join that group. We are on Instagram, Sinister Ghoul Podcast. Follow us, DM us, like us, give us 5-star. We are on X, Sinister Ghoul / Twisted Sisters. And email, you can email us. Now, we love wicked tales, y'all. So sinisterghoul23@gmail.com is our email. Send us some stories, some crazy stuff. I got some stories through Facebook. So if you want our podcast to read your story, we will. Let us know if you want your name or if you want a nickname or anonymous. It's totally cool. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We so appreciate you guys. You guys are our freaking wicked fiends. You are our sinister society of creepsters. And there's nothing that I love more at this moment. So if you want to do some listener support, you can do Venmo at Ghouli, Ghouli 23. I'm in a black tank top. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Listener support, you can follow the link, 99 cents, $4.99, and $9.99. So if you feel like you want to help us out, go for it. Now I got to do the ending because I'm alone. So I hope you have a fantastic day and a cool evening. Oh my God. Stay safe, stay sexy, stay spooky.